testing on Taurus Tarot, and today I'll be doing a reading for Taurus, okay? This is for any placements of Taurus you have in your chart. If you do, great. If you don't, great as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out. And if you are a cross-washer, I welcome you with open arms because heaven knows I was a cross-washer for many a video myself, so I get you where I got you. Now, I might snitch, so be mindful of that. And I'm using Radleigh Valentine Tarot deck, and I will be mentioning when it is important for you to utilize your own intuition. And with that, let's get started. So the first card that fell out in the upright is the Prince of Summer. Now this would be the Knight of Cups. Okay. Next card is the World. The Prince of Autumn. Ooh, we got choices. I like. The Ten of Spring, the Nine of Spring, maybe less, the Eight of Spring, the King of Spring, the Princess of Spring, the Sun, the Release, and the Queen of Summer, as well as the Ten of Autumn, and the King of Summer. Ooh. Interesting. Drama. Okay. Eight of Autumn. And I'm gonna take another one. The Three of Spring. Okay. Let us begin. So, my gorgeous Tauruses. First card, Prince of Summer. This would be the Knight of Cups. If I could hold on to it. Well, actually, that was interesting. My first reaction was if I could hold on to him. And then I was like, but this is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Right. Is more of a is more in touch with his feelings, and maybe like he's not the Knight of Wands, which would be the Knight of Spring in this deck, but and we don't have that, but he did run away. If you notice, it fell out of my hand. He's like, oh no, I'm not staying here. So be mindful of that. I ain't staying. Bye-bye. Because the Prince of Summer is a romantic, captivating, dramatic, and flirtatious individual. It says falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. Maybe his, I'm seeing his, could be she, her, maybe their perception of what love is very mutable, so it changes from time to time. It changes from morning to evening. You never know, right? So just be mindful of that. Then you have the World. Now the World is talking of completion. It says a brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. This would be, I feel like, what came to my mind is that this Knight of Cups, this Prince of Summer, is going to teach you something that is going to allow you to complete a cycle. I don't know which cycle this is talking about, but it's allowing you to complete a cycle. So please utilize your own intuition in regards to this. Next, you have the Prince of Autumn. Now this would be the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and this, generally, is a slow-moving knight, right? Or a slow-moving prince. But on top of that, he's very dependable, protective, chivalrous, and humorous. It also talks about a cautious with wise action, meticulous attention to detail, kindness to others. So the trade-off is that he might not be so in touch with his emotions, but he's very stable and very sturdy, and something that you can put in the bank. It's not like his money, but I mean, it's like a surefire investment, is what I'm trying to say. Emotional investment. Now the next card is the Ten of Spring. And the Ten of Spring talks of, which is the Ten of Wands, talks of ask for help from others, all work and no play, being weighed down by too many responsibilities. Alright, so to my mind is that this Prince of Autumn might just be a young person working in a bank who's giving you suggestions, and that's why you are at wit's end with your money status, and you're like, I need some help, and so you're finally asking for help. That could be a possibility of some kind. I have no idea, but because that came to my mind, I had to say it. Then you have the Nine of Spring. Now, the Nine of Spring, alright, talks of protect the fruits of your labor, prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead, environmental conservation. So what I picked up from this is that it's not. I mean, you have the 10 and the 9, but it's talking of two separate things. I feel like the 10 is talking about your decision to ask for help for your money, while as the 9 is just saying that the decision that you made to go and ask for help for money needs to be protected. Your decision must be stood behind in a steadfast manner so that the people around you don't criticize or judge you. They're going to do it, but at least this way you won't be swayed by what they're saying in regards to what your step was or what you decided to finally do. You see what I mean? Now the next card is the 8 of Spring, and the 8 of Spring talks of stress that comes from having many things happening at once, successful multitasking, sudden events or changes. And I feel like if you take on the mentality or the attitude of the 9 of Spring, which is I defend my decision, back off, that kind of attitude, I feel like you might feel like you have a lot of flies to swat, because that's the image that came to my mind. Like you have a lot of, which is in regards to this 9 of Spring, which has a lot of ladybugs, like attacking the high weeds, right, or this tall grass, or the flowers. I can't remember what they are called, but in any way, very pretty. But you see, all these ladybugs represent the things that are coming towards you and that are trying to dismantle something that you've worked and that you were trying to build up, right? So the imagery that I got is like family members or friends who nitpick at what you're doing currently at its infancy stages, because they don't want you to go down that path, because I know in my family it's because they didn't want me to go down the path that I'm currently on because they didn't know how to help me. So they wanted to bring me to where they knew how to help me so that they can keep me safe. But my calling was something completely different. So it's just being, you're going to have a lot to do. You're going to have to do what you have to do, but you're going to have to swat all these flies and all these things. They're trying to diverge your attention to something that they think is best for you. So keep that in mind. This might be mutable for every single one of you, but the concept remains the same, is what I'm getting. Then you have the King of Spring. Now the King of Spring is a wise, innovative, inspiring, and theatrical. Inspiring, wise, and wise individual. It says a financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter of your cause. This could be a mentor. This could be someone who sees what you're trying to do, wants to this might be a mentor, this might be an investor, or it could be both at the same time, or what have you, right? It says, a financial windfall, your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter of your cause. I feel like the third sentence, an unexpected supporter of your cause, is what stands out to me in this card, right? Then you have, so you might be the king of Spring, or you might be this next card. card, which is a princess of spring, right? It might be a father-daughter duo, I'm not sure. And the princess of spring would be the page of wands, equivalent to the page of wands, which talks of an individual that is optimistic, enthusiastic, creative, and energetic. It says it's time to go after your dreams, do something that expands your horizons, let your creativity take flight. So, I mean, I'm getting that wherever you stand, alright, in this equation, just you need to be, you need to know what you're aiming towards and what you are, what you want to create. Because whatever it is, if you take on this King of Spring or Princess of Spring type energy, I feel like you'll be able to get to your the Sun card, which is Leo energy, which talks of plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, gratitude for the blessings of life. I prefer appreciations of life, but that's my personal preference. Yes, so this is, if you take on the King of Spring type energy or the Princess of Spring type energy, you are definitely going to be able to achieve a sun-like attitude. You'll be able to attract the sun, the meaning of the sun card into your reality, is what I'm getting. Next, you have the Release card, which is a death card in this deck, which is Scorpionic energy, which basically talks of let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities, time to move on. So, the best way to move on to the sun is by letting go of what no longer is serving you, right? But by releasing it, by letting it go, this is a death card, okay? So it's by letting it go. Interestingly enough, the sun is number 19, while as the release card is number 13. Right? So I feel like you'll be able to reach the sun once you let go. The order didn't really matter to me at this point. I feel like you'll have that's the significance I'm getting. So it is completely intuitive at this point. If it resonates, awesome. If not, listen to what resonates to you. Now, the next card is the Queen of Summer. Now, the Queen of Summer would be the Queen of Cups, and it talks of a loving, comforting, wise, emotional, and intuitive individual, not wise. Okay, it says loving, comforting, emotional, and intuitive. It says listen to your heart, intuitive insights you can trust, taking care of others, perhaps too much. Yep. I feel like once you release stuff and once you completely get into your sun energy, I feel like not necessarily your sun sign, but just like the sun energy where you're happy, things are moving, you're going in the right direction. And that's kind of similar to the Chariot, but in this case, which was the counter energy, but in this case, I feel like let go, and once you let go of the stuff that no longer work for you, and you start becoming more intuitive, you will be able to attract the next card, which is the Ten of Autumn, and the Ten of Autumn is the Ten of Pentacles, and it talks about take steps to ensure the financial security of your children or other loved ones, making wise investments, or planning for retirement, honoring family traditions. Yep. Well, taking care of others, perhaps too much. Family inheritance. There you go. Maybe at some point you can't just leave your children this is completely my perception, so don't listen to it if you don't feel like it's good, but I feel like sometimes people need a little difficulty to learn stuff and to grow and expand, and if they have everything handed to them, they might not be able to do it on their own, you know, and it's not like you'll live forever to like take care of their needs. They need to learn how to fend for themselves, and I mean, I'm talking, I don't know, whatever, I'm just talking. So, 10 of Autumn, let them take flight, and I mean, it's important to have a little something left for you, but if you have everything done for you and don't need to do anything and learn anything for yourself, that might leave you incomplete and not knowing everything that you might need to learn until later, and might come back and bite you in the ass, is basically what I'm saying. Now the next card is the King of Summer. So we have a pair. We have a divine pair, right? The Queen and King of Summer. And the King of Summer is an honorable, devoted, mature, and warm-hearted individual. It says a romantic partner you can trust, excellent advice that comes from the heart, getting involved in cultural or creative endeavors. So I feel like, one second. Wow, what is the relationship? So the Queen just takes care of it. So with the Queen, we see that you might have a tendency, you or someone you're dealing with might have a tendency of taking care of others a little too much, not leaving them any space to grow and to expand and to try new things themselves, right? And so they say to really what I'm getting is to really ensure the financial security of your children or their loved ones, you need to let them go and make their own mistakes and learn. You know, you can be their safety net, but you don't necessarily have to help them throughout all the steps, is what I'm trying to say. So that's when the King of Summer would be someone who, or a situation where, I mean, you're advising someone to listen to their heart. You're advising them to do something that pleases them and that would bring them joy in their day, which I get as getting involved in cultural or creative endeavors. Being creative is a very important process to learn how to solve issues. A part of solving issues is being creative, by the way. Now, even math. Math, if you're good at math, you are good at solving one type of problem, right? One type of issue, one type of creativity is math. Now, the next card is the Eight of Autumn. Now, the Eight of Autumn, alright, talks of do more research before proceeding, education in the form of seminars, going back to school, or apprenticeships. Excellent craftsmanship and long-term projects. Now, this long-term project could be this cultural or creative endeavor that you started to get interested in with the King of Summer. It could also be learning how to solve issues, being creative in your method of solving issues. It's adding a little artistic flair to the way you do things, is what I'm getting. To the way you solve. I don't know what, but you know, you're going to use your intuition for that bit. Now, the next and last card is the Three of Spring. Now, the Three of Spring talks of, which is the Three of Wands, it talks of plan your next steps to the night to the long term. Have patience, there are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. Basically, this would be people waiting, someone waiting for their ships to come in, right? And so it's the planning, it's the waiting, it's the enthusiasm, it's the looking forward to what is yet to come. It is the envisioning portion, the longing and all of that. Well, longing, but in a positive sense, like you're looking forward to something. You are excited for the next step, you know, and you can see usually you would be able to see the outline of the ship, like not too far away. So as in your vision is becoming a reality, but it still needs to manifest into the 3D, and you still need to to find a way to do that. And that's the last bit, right? That is where the last bit of planning needs to come into play. The last bit of visualizing, the last bit of all that fun stuff. So, my gorgeous Tauruses, this is all I have for you guys this week. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price for private readings, as well as the email you can send donations to if you feel so called. And with that being said, my gorgeous Tauruses, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye!